Hey, what's going on, guys? My name's Adam over here at Gainesville Health Fitness, and today we're resuming our series about some common gym myths that we see here at the fitness center. Today, we're talking about deadlifts. One thing we hear quite a lot here at the gym is this idea that the deadlift is a back exercise, and I wanted to kind of address this a little bit. To be fair, yes, you will probably feel your back muscles working in a deadlift, but we want to understand that those aren't the primary movers. See, what I mean by that is a deadlift is a hinge pattern. So it should look something like this. I'm pivoting about my hip joint while maintaining a neutral spine. The muscles that are predominantly driving that motion are going to be my hamstrings and my glutes. So really, it's a leg exercise if we're referring to the primary movers of the exercise. Now, why would somebody think it's a back exercise? Probably because a lot of people will experience fatigue from the low to mid back. The reason for that is when I'm going through my deadlift motion, the things that are keeping my spine in a neutral position are all of these muscles. So yes, they're active and they're contracting. So they're effectively in an isometric contraction for however long your set is. Isometric contractions are very fatiguing, which is why you feel that burn. But they're not necessarily the primary things that are driving the movement. Now, here's some quick tips if you do your deadlifts and you only feel your low back. The first is we may need to just address some core stability in the trunk overall, because that may mean you may have enough adequate strength in the legs to manipulate whatever weight you're doing, but your trunk can't really handle or keep up. So if you're having trouble feeling your hamstrings and your glutes, we may need to do some extra trunk stability to get these muscles to catch up to the lower body. Now at the same time, let's say you just don't feel your hamstrings or your glutes on a hinge. It could come down to how you're initiating the movement. Let me show you what I mean. I want to be very careful that I'm pivoting about my hip joint and not rounding at my back at all. If I have any rounding going on already, I'm shortening these, which means I may not feel those hamstrings working as much in the deadlift. So when I go to set up, let's say I've got a bar in front of me here, I want to initiate my hinge pattern by going into what we would refer to as an anterior pelvic tilt. So I'm kind of rolling my top of my hip forward, kind of poking my butt out, if you will. As I go into that roll, I will then push my hips back to get to the bar, keeping that nice neutral spine. Alright guys, once again, my name's Adam over here at Gainesville Health Fitness. Try out these couple of tips with your deadlift if you're not feeling those legs, and if you have further questions, feel free to reach out to us.